Hey everyone, I'm Almar of almarsguides.com, and this is my Ancient Wood Gathering Locations video. I'm going to go over each of the different locations that I've come across ancient wood and popular locations where I have heard of it spawning throughout the game. Now, before I get started, I'd like to say that all of these locations are ones that I've discovered and I've put on my website once again, as well as ones that I've heard of. Not every location will be listed in this video, and if there are any locations you know of that it commonly spawns in that are not here, feel free to post them in the comments section and I will add them to my website, which you can find a link to in the description of every single video. So aside from that, let's get started. We'll take a look at Frost Gorge Sound first. I've seen ancient wood spawn here by Earthshake Basin Waypoint. I've also seen it spawn here, ancient wood, ancient saplings, nodes. Now, I've also seen it spawn all over the Path of Starry Skies waypoint. It can spawn anywhere in here from the south to the northern end. I've also seen ancient wood spawn in this area by the Gralls, right there. I've also seen it spawn up here just north of where it says Frostwalk Tundra on the map. Also, I've very commonly seen it spawn here. This is probably the most common location in the entire zone, which is just west of the Slough of Despond waypoint in central Frost Gorge Sound. Now, another location I've seen it a little bit further west of that is right here, just east of Iceflow's waypoint. As you can see, Iceflow waypoint, I've seen ancient wood spawn here quite commonly, actually. And also I've seen it spawn here, which is pretty much right next to that. Aside from that, I have seen it spawn, let me get a little bit acquainted of where I am on the map. I've seen it spawn in this area where Orichalcum also spawns, and I've heard of it spawning here, although I have personally never seen it spawning there. And I think that about covers all of the locations I've seen ancient wood spawn in Frost Gorge Sound. Alright then, let's move on to Malcor's Leap, which is down to the south here. Now, Malcor's Leap, I've seen ancient wood spawn many different locations. Primarily, we'll start at Paga's Waypoint. I've seen ancient wood spawn all over this location here. Not so much here, I guess you could say, but I've seen it spawn in like this area here, and this area here, as well as this area here. Just do a little few blings to make it stand out. I've also seen it more commonly spawn over here by the Vista, right here, this area. I've also seen it spawn all along this Waste Hollows path here. Further north, I've not seen it spawn really past this point in the zone going up here. So I've never seen it spawn up there, nor have I ever heard of it spawning up there. Let's continue a little bit over in the zone to this area here. I've seen ancient wood saplings, or rather Orient saplings, spawn all over here before, as well as all over here. I've never seen it spawn a little bit close to this path, so that's no big caca area. Now I've also seen it spawn here, and I've seen it spawn here, as well as hearing about it spawn in with the chickens. But I've definitely seen it spawn up in this area here, which you reach by running up here. So once again, this area here, and reach by running up there. Now, I've seen it spawn way up here. It's a little bit of a pain in the butt to get to, but you run up from here, and then you'll be able to get to it without much of a problem. And I've heard of it spawning here, although I've never seen it spawn there myself. I've seen it spawn here before, just one node hanging out in the middle of nowhere. And I've seen it spawn here before, but if this event is going on at Durik's Waypoint, there's a bunch of catapults there, and it's a big giant nightmare in order to get it, so you might as well just completely forget about it. Now, I've also heard of it spawning there, although I have never seen it spawn there before. I'm not too familiar with all of the Malcor's Leap spawn locations, because I personally hate this zone. But if you know of any other, ooh, that's uncontested for the first time ever. If you know of any locations here that I did not mention, of course, always post them in the comments section. I will add them to my website as soon as possible. Now we're moving on to Cursed Shore. I've seen ancient wood spawn here, all over here. I've also seen it spawn in this area, as well as this area here, and this area here. I've not seen it spawn up there before, nor have I seen it spawn over there before, although I have heard of it spawning in this area here. Now, I've seen ancient wood spawn in this area there, but I've never seen it spawn in this area here, so that's no off-limits caca. I've also seen it spawn here before, going down to this little peninsula area, so we'll just encircle that. And I've also seen it spawn there before. Never seen it spawn there, nor have I seen it, well, actually, yes, I have seen it spawn there before. So X marks the spot for that case. Never seen it spawn in there, although there's some good cooking materials in there. I've seen it spawn here before, as well as over here by the Craven Blight thing on the map, and here where you got to protect the historian Thea while she goes and kills gorillas or researches them, whatever she does. And I've also seen tons of it spawned here before. This is a very common location for it to spawn. Now moving a little bit south, I've seen it spawn there. Yes, I have seen it spawn here, but not in that big of a radius. Right there is where I've seen it spawn here before. Not seen it spawn there before. Maybe I've seen it spawn there. I'm not too sure with that general area. I have seen it spawn here though, as well as in this whole general area here. It's actually not uncommon for it to spawn there. Also, I've seen it spawn up in here. It takes a little bit of jumping to get to, but it's not too hard to get to. And I've seen it spawn here before, once again, quite commonly. Also, Desmina's Hollows here is a big Orichalcum and Ancient Wood hotspot. I've seen them spawn in there all the time, usually 2 at a time, depending on how much there is when the server, resets. This Graven K island here that Grenth takes place on, I've seen tons of it spawn on this island pretty much all times. It spawns all up and down the island. All you got to do is pretty much just run up and down it, and you'll run into all of the different ancient wood that there are on the island. And aside from that, I have not really seen ancient wood spawn in many different locations throughout Cursed Shore, nor in Malcor's Leap. Something in closing before I get done with this video, you should know that there's a possibility of 5 ancient wood saplings up in Cursed Shore at a time, 5 in Malcor's Leap, and just a loathsome 2 in Frost Gorge. So that's, again, 2 in Frost Gorge, 5 in Malcor's Leap, and 5 in Cursed Shore. They will be up once every 23 hours, or 24, however you want to look at it, with each server's, when the dailies reset. And that's pretty much all there is to it. If you guys enjoyed this video, like, comment, and subscribe for future Guild Wars 2 videos. And of course, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, if you want to see these locations in a better, more pictorial, like within a map itself and a picture, instead of watching a video to figure out the locations, please feel free to visit my website, which is linked in the description. It has all of the locations written there and little tidbits of notes, pretty pictures, and all that fun stuff. See you guys around. Good luck and happy hunting.